Scams are more sophisticated than ever before. The Federal Trade Commission says people reported losing $3.5 billion to scams just in the year 2025, and that does not include those who are too embarrassed to even report getting scammed. And Terry Savage joins us in studio.
Hi,
we haven't
Terry.
seen you in studio in a while.
Glad to be in here, sitting here with you.
I tell you, it's not just seniors that are getting. I mean, these are so sophisticated. You don't know what to click on, what to do, anything, right?
And it's happening, and they make it look really sophisticated. The one that I wrote in my column, it's up at terrysavage.com, a letter from the Social Security Administration on, Baltimore, Maryland, Frank Bisignano, the commissioner, and your Social Security number has been compromised. We need to lock that account or you won't get any more benefits, and you need to open another account and deposit money in it. So look, all scams involve the same thing. First of all, a sense of urgency and fear. Your house will be taken away, your accounts will be closed, you won't get your Social Security. The urgency is you must act now. The third thing is you can't tell anybody. It's a private investigation.
Right.
So if you're wondering, I always say on the phone, oh, that's so upsetting, but I can't do that yet. My son or my daughter is a police officer, and I always have to ask her permission before doing anything, because if you're an easy mark, if they get you emotionally wound up. And these days, it's not just about don't send money, don't go to the bank with anyone, don't give the code that you're supposedly getting to your account, don't let them into your computer because they say your malware is on there. The latest twist is they will send you a note. A certified courier number 46782 will be by to pick up the cash. And they actually have people picking up cash because people can't get to the bank. So scams abound. It's scary.
And where do you go to report it?
1-800-CALL-FBI.
And are you going to get your money back or no?
No, the odds are once the money is gone, if you wire transferred it, if you sent it, most people do not get their money back. Yeah.
Well, let's get to some viewer questions.
Okay.
How concerned should we be about the national debt?
Well, it's a
In
headline.
10 seconds.
Okay, $40 trillion. That's a MIGO number. It stands for my eyes glaze over. But watch this. We borrowed that money by selling treasury bills, notes, and bonds. We buy T-bills. So we have $40 trillion worth of debt outstanding on which we pay interest. Now watch this. Here's a big number. We will pay $1 trillion in interest on the national debt this year. That is more than anything except Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid. It's going to be larger. The interest on the national debt alone will be larger than the defense budget, unless they spend more money even, but they're tied now for third. So this is a huge thing. You and I cannot overspend our budget year after year, our income, and finance it on our credit card. The United States has been doing that. The rest of the world kind of has to go along because have always been the safest place in the world. So they buy our debt. China, foreigners own a third of that national debt. We're paying interest to them.
So how does it affect the everyday person?
Well, because there's less money to be spent on anything else when we've borrowed so much. I mean,
It raises interest rates, doesn't it, at some point?
At some point, when they start worrying about, do you want to lend money to the United States for 30 years? You saw that happen last week. Interest rates go up. We're not buying your 30-year bonds unless you pay us more. Pay us more. And then all of a sudden that adds to our bill. It's a spiral.
Yeah. Well, don't people just say, oh, you just print more money. Well, but that's inflation too.
That's inflation. And anybody who thought, that's what we've been doing, printing more money. And if you think the inflation, the money's going to be printed, you're not going to lend your money for 30 years at only 5.25%. You're going to say, wait a minute. Right. So that's what pushes rates up, costs us more. It's a vicious cycle now, and we're not doing a good job of dealing with it.
All right, next question. Should I buy treasury bills or keep my money in a money market account?
Okay. So here we are. T-bills are 3- and 6-month IOUs from the government, the very debt we were talking about. You buy them through Treasury Direct, and if you want to know how to do that, right at terrysavage.com. Right now is an article about how to buy them. Right now they're paying 3.9%. But here's a word of warning. I'm so glad this question came up. Right now, the Treasury Direct account that you have, so many of you opened it up to buy those savings bonds or to buy Treasury bills, those IOUs, rolling them over. They're changing. They announced their entire login procedure. I've been on the phone with them 3 times, starting in September. I would, right now, number one, if you have money in Treasury Direct, put in future rollovers because it's going to be a new ID Me login. It's going to confuse a lot of people. But T-bills are the safest thing. Short-term T-bills paying about 3.9%. But a money market, some banks are only giving you 2.2%. But if you can get 3.5% in a money market, you can do that too.
All right, next one. I see a lot of commercials for wealth planning. What is a fee-only fiduciary advisor?
Okay, I must have used this term on my Ask Terry questions. I use it twice a day. First of all, advisor is not just about stock investments. When you get to a point where you're thinking about retiring, there's a whole industry out there that they know that the market's at all-time highs. People who had 401k plans suddenly have a lot of money, not because you're a genius, because the market went up, and you're about to retire and you have to do something with it. So the whole Wall Street industry is out there trying to grab your money. And there are a lot of ways that people get paid for that. I always recommend someone who just charges a flat fee, who is a fiduciary. They throw that term around, but the legal term is puts your interests first, not just suitable stuff, but your interests ahead of theirs. There's only one way I know that you can get connected with a fee-only fiduciary advisor. There's a service called WealthRamp, wealthramp.com. I mention it all the time. There's a video actually on my website where it says find your trusted advisor. I get nothing out of this. I just want to make sure you don't fall into the hands of someone who says, oh, you're rolling $812,000 out of your 401k. We'll buy an annuity. We'll buy this. And they're getting commissions and not planning for your whole life.
All right, last question. Should I buy Bitcoin?
Is that your question, Larry?
It's not
Did you
my
make
question.
that
I'm
up?
not
You
touching
did.
it. I don't even know what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, good for you. Well, it's a speculation right now.
Yeah.
I told somebody to be careful, I think, on this set 5 years ago or 6 years ago when it was about $1,000. It's a speculation. Right now it's been moving up because gold's been moving up, fears of the dollar, the stuff of maybe they'll have to print in the US. This is speculative. Bitcoin's about to get new, clearer regulations. But I won't advise that for ordinary people. This is just, I'd rather see you go to Las Vegas and watch a show and gamble.
Well, if you want to ask Terry a question, go to terrysavage.com. Thanks for being here.
Thanks, Terry. Time for On Town.
Hey, Marcus.